I don't know why, but for some reason, I can't have just my face on the video. Like I needed to have,
Did you see my
all right.
elevator speech?
Sir, no. What
No.
time? From 3 o'clock in the morning to five? No, I didn't.
I put in the document yesterday in the night.
Wow, look at this. Fantastic. Good job. All right. Now let me tell you why popping experience.
Ah, why? Why
Because
popping experience?
because my job is to help people pop like popcorn. Ta-da! Why? What happens is because most of us we are used to staying in our comfort zone, and we think we are in a good situation, we are living a good phase of life, but then doing something different is maybe just too much, and we don't want to step in out. We don't to step out of our zone of knowledge because maybe we are afraid, or because maybe we're just comfortable, or because no, it's too much work, just start learning something else. And then we start to excuse, I am too old to learn English, I am too old to start a new business, it's not no, I'm too old to start studying again, no, it's just not my type. So we start creating excuses, and the monsters, the mental monsters we have in our mind, they start talking to us. No, 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 no. Because basically, our brain is prepared to protect us from difficult situations. Our brain is prepared to say, like, in case of an emergency, you need to have energy. So save your energy. Don't go an extra mile. Don't go to places that you don't know, the places that are unknown. Don't go there because it might be very dangerous. And in case of emergency, then you have to run and you have to do things that you are not prepared. So instead of looking for problems, stay where you are, be calm, and just do what you have been doing. And this is a point where we miss the greatest part of our lives because we prefer to be comfortable in a situation that we already know than popping. So I use popcorn in a sense of popping to get better information, to get a better job, to get a better friendship, to get a better relationship, to get something that we really want for life. And we don't pop, or we pop in some areas, but in the other areas, we just close ourselves and we just prefer to stay there because it's just like, no, why? Instead, I talk about learning how to love problems. So let's say that I compare, uh, well, all of us, we are like a corn, yeah, a grain of corn. It's called kernel. And society expect us to pop at the same time. So we are all put in the same pan with the same quantity of oil or some butter, the same fire, and everybody, like society, teachers, educators, parents, they expect us to pop at the same way, like blah, 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 everybody together. But it's not like that. Each one of us, we have a specific time of popping, but it depends the fire. The fire I compare to problems. So the heat that the fire causes heats up the water inside the kernel of corn, which makes the water inside of the kernel of corn uh, starts evaporating. And then that's why the popcorn pops, just because the fire heated the water inside of the corn, and then it popped to be the popcorn. So my main metaphor, and we are all popcorns, but some of us we never popped because not maybe because we don't have the opportunity or the possibilities, but because maybe it's just easier to stay in an unpopped version. And this is with everything. Can be with a diet, can be with learning a language, could be as starting a new business, could be as finding new friends. It can be with so many things, but no, we are afraid. So we needed to learn how to, basically, we needed to learn how to deal with our internal monsters. But first of all, we needed to know who they are, because the monsters are talking to our ears, to our mind all the time. And it's not easy to find friends that help us pop. We don't have teachers that help us pop. When we go to the university, they teach you basic basic information. That's just a way of saying, but teachers, they teach something that it regards is regarding to the books we study. But when you finish university, for example, you have no idea where to start, because nothing, no one really prepares us to become entrepreneurs, to have a business mindset. Nobody, the system is not convenient for the system to create people that have a popping mindset, because it can be very dangerous for the system. Once we start thinking out of the box, we can cause a revolution. And this is not convenient for the system. It's the same thing that I said to you yesterday. You don't need English. You think you need English. But the point is that the problem is never the real problem. The problem that we speak to a professional, for example, is what we think it is the problem, but it's not, never. Like, let's say 99% of the times, the problem you tell me is never the real problem. Well, as I said yesterday, I am a neuropsychopedagogue, coach, and a creative economy analyst. So I have been helping people in their business, on their career development for many, many years. I'm also a writer. I have a book. It's called Where to Start When I Don't Know Where to Go. It's already translated to 3 languages. Now I am in the process of writing my second book. And yeah, basically it's about experiences. It's based about what can you do to pop every day about something. Maybe it could be just about having your Instagram, but then full of your friends. And then you start comparing yourself to your friends. And then with that, you get like, oh, you see, he's doing something and I'm not. So you start comparing yourself, and then you stop doing what you have to do, because then you are just basically trying to reach the same potential that your friend has or that your friend is living. You want to see a very good example of this? We are friends, okay? And then I say to you, I call you and I say, hey, Roberto, guess what? I bought a new car today. And you say, Nikki, really? Me too. I got a new car today. Oh, that's fantastic. What's your car? Oh, my car is a Twingo. And which one is your car? Oh, I just bought a Ferrari. Eh, at this moment, we are not friends anymore. Because you are going to compare yourself, because you said, like, I just bought a Twingo and I'm super happy, and she got a Ferrari. How did she do that? So it comes the monster of enviness. So you think like, oh, how did she do that? If she did that, it's not a very healthy competition. Because then it starts the enviness, it starts the, like the fight for having the acquisition of material things more than the fight for, I want to become a better version of myself. So the world is totally like upside down. And we have been fighting for material things and not for the real essence. So the point is, how can you do to brainwash your mind, your mindset, your thoughts to become a better you, popping that like, oh yeah, you know what, I didn't know I could do that. And this works also in your self-esteem and also on your self-confidence, because we are not used to have a good level of self-confidence. Because from, let's say that 85% of the time, what we have is negative thoughts. But this comes from a repetition from the past, started with parents and the teachers. You can't, don't go this way because you're going to hurt yourself. Don't do that. You are wrong. It's not like this. It's not like that. And then you stop believing in who you are and you stop listening to the noise around. So, and this is a big mistake because in fact, we start feeding the demons, the monsters inside our mind, just because we are paying more attention of what people from the outside say to us than our internal voice and our talents. And everybody is a different popcorn. We can never compare. No popcorn is the same. They all have shapes and dimensions and a different. They they will never be the same, and it's the same like us human beings. So how can you do and what can you do to find the fire that helps you pop in a way that you feel comfortable and you still uh, have this beautiful challenge with yourself, not anybody else. Please, now I deserve a round of applause. Thank you.